Artificial intelligence is a topic explored ad nauseum in our media. Even more so, the plot of an evil sentient AI that aims to take over and enslave the human race. Replaced, however, is a game that takes that template of a story, turns it on its head in a way I have never heard or seen before, and is presented in one of the most visually impressive worlds I have ever seen. It's a game that I was absolutely infatuated with, even if the gameplay left a bit to be desired. This review will be mainly spoiler free outside of the absolute basics that are widely known. In Replaced, you play as an AI named Reach, which stands for Research Engine for Altering and Composing Humans. Reach was created by Dr. Warren Marsh, and it is now being used by the evil Phoenix Corporation to scour a database of quote-unquote disposals, which is really just poor people that are forced to live outside of the walls of Phoenix City, to find compatible body parts which are then forcibly donated to the elite that live inside the walls of Phoenix City. After an explosion and a malfunction of sorts happens inside of Warren's lab as he's working on Reach, Warren dies. But Reach, against its own will, was forced into the brain of Dr. Warren and now controls his body. The goal then becomes to fix whatever went wrong, reverse this by any means necessary. I'll stop there, but the journey that follows is a truly great one. It explores the relationship between AI and humanity and does so with just enough thought to make you care about what's happening, while also being able to accept that the final conclusion of the story is the right one. The characters surrounding you aren't explored in any great detail on the surface, but you have this Walkman type device that you can use to scan different things in the world, and in those, there's a lot of world building going on. Things that are actively referenced by characters are expanded upon in pretty good detail, and it's only because of that that I ended up actually caring for the characters I interacted with. So if you plan on playing, be prepared to read just a bit. It's not a crazy amount, but it's enough for me to feel the need to mention it. Replaced takes place in a version of 1980s America that has been heavily affected by nuclear catastrophe, and yet, contrary to that, is one of the most truly gorgeous games I've ever played. Even in the deepest sewers, there are moments I took a moment to just appreciate what Sad Cat Studios did with this game. It's remarkable. The atmosphere of this game is also outstanding. From snowy forests to the bustling streets of Phoenix City, there's an atmosphere of true beauty. Wonderful, stunning, constantly under surveillance beauty. I think that the atmosphere could have been helped by the addition of voice acting, specifically in the case of Reach. I think it would have added so much to the eeriness of some of the things that it says throughout the game and could have given more personality to the other characters. I know this might just be a me thing, but it took me a bit to mentally buy in and become immersed in the fact that Reach, the thing that I'm hearing so much from, is an AI and not an actual human. I think Sad Cat did a great job of working around the fact that they don't have any voice acting, and by the end I wasn't thinking about it at all, but I think overall it would have made for a slightly better experience. Lastly, about the world of Phoenix City, I want to shout out the side quests for this game. There aren't very many of them, but they all serve the purpose of expanding upon the world you're in and really driving home that feeling of dread that the people around you are feeling. As a quick example, there's a guy that you come across that swears he's met you before. Obviously, he remembers meeting Dr. Warren at some sort of Phoenix Corporation event. But Reach has no memory of that, nor the mental capability to understand that it's easier to just go along with it and act like you remember meeting someone to get out of an awkward situation. You find out that this guy is living on the outskirts to get away from the Phoenix Corporation because he has top secret information, but he's looking for a way to sneak back in, just like you are. You offer to scan a map of the outside walls, and he accepts. So you go to your base area, you scan the map, and on the way back to find him, you find out that the man had since killed himself, out of fear that you were a spy sent to take him out. It's things like this that really drive home the paranoia that these people are feeling. They're constantly on defense because they have to be. They are literally being hunted at every moment. At the end of all these quests, you get some sort of reward like extra life or extra energy buildup, so not only is it good to do them for a better understanding of the world, but it helps make navigating this world and its dangers easier. When I first played the demo for Replaced, one of the things that I enjoyed most about it was the combat. It's very Batman Arkham inspired, and I like that about it, and I still do very much enjoy the combat, but I think where the entire package lacks is the enemy design department. Depending on where you are in the game or the world, you'll run into the same 3 to 4 kinds of enemies, and after 10 or so hours spent fighting them, it can become slightly repetitive. I think they do a good job of expanding upon the combat system though, and giving you some new tools to use. There's a cool lightning attack, the gun has some cool finishing moves, but it doesn't take very long to see all of them, so even that ends up feeling just a bit lackluster as time goes on. The platforming is pretty much the same experience. It's good, not great, but at times can be very awkward, especially when grabbing onto railings or swinging back and forth. There isn't much iteration outside of unlocking a double jump about halfway through the game. I think my main issue with the platforming is that at times it looks like I should be able to make a jump when I can't, then other times it looks like I can't make a jump when I can't. Like this jump, for example. Other moments in the game I would fall straight into the water, but here, for some reason, I jump up to the ledge and grab on. It only happens a few times, but it kept me stuck in areas I could have gone through faster because I thought I couldn't make jumps. The puzzles are a lot of fun though. They mainly come down to figuring out what order you're supposed to do things in. There's also these hacking puzzles that you use your Walkman for. You are presented with a grid, and to hack into whatever you're trying to hack into, you have to match the blank spots with a series of different grids given to you. Despite the lack of variety with the puzzles, I still found them pretty fun to work through. Replaced is a beautifully crafted story about the importance of humanity that takes place in one of the most visually striking video game worlds I have ever seen. The 2.5D art style that Sidecat Studios crafted is at odds with the dystopian anti-human world that you're living in, and in being at odds with one another, they synergize and make for one of the most inspired video game experiences I have had this year so far, even if, from a moment-to-moment gameplay perspective, it fails to reach true greatness. I would give Replaced an 8.5 out of 10. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please make sure to like and subscribe. Replaced is a hell of a video game, so please take the time to play it. It'll be very, very high on my end of year list, I'm sure. Coming up for the channel, we have some streams I know for sure I'll be doing are for Vampire Crawlers and Soros, both games I've been looking forward to since their announcements, so those are happening. More videos as well, as always. Thank you so much for watching. Again, like, subscribe, all that stuff. Goodbye.